Hey there, welcome to the Knowledge Radio. Today, we're diving into a time period that's often misunderstood and even a bit mysterious, the Dark Ages. You've probably heard the term before, but what does it really mean? Was it truly a time of darkness, ignorance, and backward thinking? Or is there more to the story? Grab your curiosity cap, and let's explore the truth behind this fascinating era. Setting the scene, what were the Dark Ages? When people say Dark Ages, they usually refer to the early Middle Ages, roughly between 500 and 1000 AD. This was after the fall of the Roman Empire, a time when Europe was going through significant changes. But here's the thing, calling it dark can be misleading. You see, the term Dark Ages was actually coined by Renaissance thinkers, who were looking back at this period and comparing it to their own time of enlightenment. To them, it seemed like a time when not much progress was happening. But in reality, this era was far from being completely dark. The myths versus the reality. One of the biggest myths about the Dark Ages is that nothing important happened, like the world just hit pause. But that's not true. Sure, there were challenges, wars, political instability, and a decline in some aspects of urban life, but there was also a lot of progress happening in the background. For example, during this time, the foundations of modern Europe were being laid. The spread of Christianity played a huge role in shaping the culture, laws, and education systems. Monasteries became centers of learning, preserving knowledge through manuscripts and teaching future generations. Also, let's not forget the advances in agriculture. The heavy plow, which became widely used during this period, revolutionized farming in Northern Europe, leading to better food production and, eventually, population growth. Cultural and scientific progress. Another misconception is that science and culture came to a standstill. While it's true that Europe wasn't experiencing the kind of scientific breakthroughs we associate with later periods, that doesn't mean intellectual activity stopped. For instance, in the Islamic world, which was flourishing during the same time, scholars were making huge strides in mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy. They preserved and expanded upon the knowledge of ancient civilizations, and their work would later flow back into Europe, sparking further progress. In Europe itself, the Carolingian Renaissance, a revival of art, culture, and learning, occurred in the late 8th and 9th centuries. This period saw a renewed interest in Latin literature, the arts, and the sciences, setting the stage for future developments. The legacy of the Dark Ages. So, why does this matter? Why should we care about a time that happened over 1,000 years ago? Well, understanding the Dark Ages helps us appreciate the complexity of history. It shows us that progress isn't always linear. Sometimes it's messy, full of setbacks, and takes time. But even in what might seem like the darkest times, humanity has a way of pushing forward, laying the groundwork for future achievements. So the next time you hear the term Dark Ages, remember, it's not just about gloom and doom. This era was a crucial part of our history, full of resilience, adaptation, and the seeds of many things we take for granted today. Thanks for joining me on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this closer look at the Dark Ages, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Knowledge Radio for more deep dives into history and beyond. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the light of knowledge shining bright.